Welcome to the first video of this section on how to generate affiliate sales without a website or email list. If you're just starting out in the affiliate marketing world, you love the SEO strategy, but you want something a little bit quicker that generates results, then this section is for you. However, before I get into any of these strategies, let me just go over one thing which is very, very important that you are aware of from the start. And for any of these strategies to work, you need to make sure you do one thing, which is provide value. Replicating any of these strategies with the hope of just going to any of these places and pasting your affiliate links, that is not going to generate you the best results. So please make sure you focus on providing value, and if you do that, you shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. The first strategy I'll run you through is called niche relevant forums. For the sake of clarity, let's be super clear from the get-go on what a forum is. A forum is pretty much a place where ideas and views on a specific topic or issue can be exchanged. It's basically a place online where people have the same interest all go to talk about that interest. So we can leverage these when it comes to generating affiliate sales. Now notice how I've called these niche relevant forums and not just those generic forums, as those ones are not going to generate you the results you are after. So how can we use these niche relevant forums? Well, there's 4 different parts to the strategy. The first is, of course, you need to find the niche relevant forums. And then number 2, you need to read the discussion, make sure you're clued up on what people are talking about in that forum. Once you've read it and you have a good understanding, you then need to respond, providing value. Again, that is the key. And when you respond providing value, you want to make sure you plug your affiliate links. So what is the best way to find these forums? Well, the best way to find them is to use what we call search operators. Search operators are a specific way you search for things in Google to return accurate results. As we need to be very specific in what we want Google to return to us, instead of just searching on Google for what are the best table saw forums or anything like that, we can use these search operators to return accurate results. So the first one is forum plus niche. You would of course replace the word niche with the niche you are targeting. So if you're trying to find gaming related forums, you're in the gaming niche, then you would search for forum gaming. You don't need to include the plus symbol. Another search operator that works really good is niche plus discussion board. Discussion board is also another word for niche, so it allows us to find all of those relevant places as well. The third search operator you can use is niche in URL :/forums. So what we're doing here is we're basically telling Google to return any website that has the word forums in the URL and is related to our niche. So a very SEO specific search operator indeed. We then have niche powered by vBulletin. This is a really good one, as for those who don't know, vBulletin is actually the platform that majority of websites use when they have forums on them. So by searching for the word vBulletin, we can find all those websites using that platform. A couple more to run through. We have in URL :/forum niche, which is quite similar to the third one. It's just the other way around. And then lastly, we have in title :forum niche. What this clever one does, it returns all the websites which have the word forum in the website title. And of course, as we are appending that down to our niche, we're going to get a list of websites that have forum in the title related to our topic. So that is the theory of how you can find these forums. However, I don't just want to provide you with the theory. I want to also make sure you get the practical side of things, as that is key to ensuring you fully understand this. So let's go over to Google and we'll carry out this in real time for the niche we are targeting in this course. So here we are on Google, and as you know, we are targeting the table saw niche. So what I could do is literally go for any of these search operators and Google will return tons of niche relevant forums. So let's go for the first one, for example, forum plus niche. So in my instance, that would be table saw forum. This one is probably the most straightforward to use. Some people will just naturally think of putting the word forum after the niche, but as you can see, we've got lots of websites here all related to table saws and forum niches. We know that because someone's actually posted a question on this community, which is a forum. We've got a thread, again, another different variation of the word forum. We've got a fine woodworking forum, table saws. These are all really, really specific. Again, this works really well with pretty much anything. So if I go back to our slides again, let's go for niche plus discussion board. So we'll come back to here and we'll type in table saw, take off forum and put on discussion board. And again, if we scroll down, we can see the same website we saw above, which is great. We've got table and saw combinations, woodwork forum. We've got table saw advice. Again, I think that's the same website we saw on the previous search. We've got a chat forum down here. Literally lots of different websites all related to exactly what we want. Now you get the idea. You pretty much want to rinse and repeat this and do this for all of these different search operators and then compile a big list of all of them. And that is going to be your core target list. So let's have a look at the first one, which is this website right here, community.screwfix. You can see it's actually a little bit old in regards to the date on this post, the 4th of July 2020. It says looking for recommendations for table saws. We've got this member right here, Lane Mac 985. He says, hi there, I'm new to the forum. I am self-employed carpenter living and working around Glasgow. I'm looking for a new portable table saw. I've had a few in the past. Recently, I had a big Makita, which I believe is a brand, for over 5 years, which packed in one Sunday. So he's basically used this table saw for the last 5 years and it's just recently broke on Sunday when he was in the middle of framing an extension. So my only option was to go to B&Q and grab a cheap one. It's done not too bad considering it only costs 100 quid. So if you're not based in the UK, B&Q is basically a big DIY store we have here in the UK. And Lane then goes on to say, I'm now looking at options for a decent one. I'm torn between getting a Dewalt or a Bosch, going by the reviews on YouTube. Ideally, I would like to be able to rip sheets in half at least. So I would like it to have a fence that extends to at least 600 millimeters. I've seen a lot of American reviews and so on and so on. You get the point here. You want to read the forum, understand what the person's problem is. It's also a good idea to read a lot of the responses below as well, as you can get an idea on what other people are saying. Has anyone plugged any affiliate links above here as well? Which in this instance, it doesn't look like, which is absolutely great. That is something always to pay attention to. Typically speaking, if you see a forum and it's got loads of different links on it, then you probably want to avoid that forum as people are already trying to promote their products and their links, which can have a negative impact on how many people actually click onto your link. So now we've found a relevant forum. We've also understood what the forum is actually about and what problem the person is facing. It's now time to respond to this, provide value, and plug our affiliate links. 9 times out of 10, you are going to have to actually sign up to the forum to reply. Don't worry, all of these forums should be free to sign up. I won't actually do that in this video, but just imagine I went ahead and I signed up for this forum. I am now a member of this community. What I would do is I would reply to this person and I would say something along the lines of, hey Lane. So from the get-go, I'm being very personalized. I'm actually mentioning the person's name. Able to find out his name, of course, from his initial post, and we can also see his name in his profile on the left hand side as well. So at the get-go, I'm being very personalized, which is a way you want to go. So the message says, hey Lane, I was in exactly the same situation a few months ago. My current Makita sadly died on me too. Again, referencing what he said in his initial message. I ended up going with the XX. That would be the product that you are promoting, and absolutely love it. The fence has a lengthy extension, which is a bonus. Again, these are two things which is mentioned in his original message. His Makita died, and he's after a table saw which has a lengthy fence of at least 600 millimeters. So I've addressed two things he said, and I've also included his name. Then lastly, I plug my affiliate link, definitely worth checking out. And then here you'd put in the link to the product you are promoting. Cheers, Mark. The reason I said cheers is because that is how people typically send off messages in the UK. Don't ask, we even say cheers when we don't have drinks in our hands. But hey, that is just how we are. But pretty much you want to respond to his review providing value. So when it comes to you promoting a product, try and make sure it makes sense as well. If you go back to the original message, you can see from this line right here, I'm now looking at options for a decent one. I'm torn between getting a Dewalt or a Bosch. So when I reply, I'm going to want to make sure that the product I'm promoting is a product from one of these brands, Dewalt or Bosch. So I'm actually logged into my Amazon affiliate account and I've actually found a big table saw. It's actually $649, which is nice. It's also on the same brand the person wanted, Dewalt. So what I'm going to do is click get link and then go for text. I've got this link shortener. I can then literally copy this, go over to my message and then paste it in. I can then replace the word XX with the product name. So I can go back to Amazon and what is this called? It's called a Dewalt 10-inch table saw. So I can literally just copy that and then paste it in, probably put it in lowercase so it looks a bit more natural. DeWalt 10-inch table saw. Again, people don't really type like this, especially in forums. DeWalt 10-inch, maybe even just DeWalt 10-inch. That sounds more human. Then finally, once you're happy with your response, you want to go ahead and copy that response and reply to that person in the forum. So that is the whole process from A to Z. I hope you got a lot of value from it. I use this strategy all the time on all of my affiliate websites while I'm waiting for the SEO to kick in. It works incredibly well, and sometimes you can even find forums literally posted in the last few hours. That way, when you respond, your message is going to be the second right at the top in a response. That is lots of visibility, lots of people seeing your comments, and lots of clicks to your affiliate links. You can pretty much go back on Google to as far as you want. Sometimes we've even gone down to page 6. As long as the results are relevant, you can go that far back, find the forums, join them, and make some affiliate sales. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.